Well, this was a top-of-the-line VCR back in the mid-90s. This is a Mitsubishi S-Vhs, a Super VHS machine, and it is a model HS-U760. This was like the top of the heap back then. Let's take a look and see what this thing's doing. Try to put a tape in it. That's not good. Sounds like the loading motor's slipping. I would say it has a bad belt. Man, it's been a few days since I worked on one of these things. Somebody's been into this. Look at that. Cable's disconnected right there. Well, let's go ahead and try to pull the mechanism out of this unit and see if we can get to the bottom of it easily. As I recall, these things weren't that hard to work on. Well, it's already partially pre-disassembled. The screws are out of it. So I should be able to just lift up on this unit and unplug the board from the chassis. Just that easy. There's the loading belt in question right there. Oh, and it looks bad. Look at that. It shouldn't move like that. Well, let's get this thing out of here. Get the mechanism up on the bench and take a look. See if I can find a new belt. Well, there is the bottom of the mechanism. Let's check the belt here. Man, it's in excellent shape. No stretch. Works great. But here is the problem. Look at that when I just barely move it. There's no tension on that belt at all. None. This thing is used up. Well, let's see if I can get this thing out of here if I remember how after all these years. All right, the screws are out. It's loose. Now recall, there's a couple tabs here you have to release. And then it can just be lifted out just like that. Now Mitsubishi used this graphite grease that gets all over your hands. If you just touch it, it's like anti-seize. I don't even want to touch it, it's so bad. There is the belt. Let's give it the quick elastic test. I'm going to stretch it out. Then release it. It should snap back into place instantly. And it creeps. So that's definitely bad. Well, let me go ahead and see if I got a new old stock belt hanging around here somewhere. I'll just go ahead and grab my PRB Measure a Belt 2. Once again, new old stock. This thing is probably 30 plus years old. And we'll see what it says it is. It's about a 3.2. So I really want to find about a 3-inch belt to put back on this unit because I know this thing is stretched out. Well, I did find a SCB 3.2. It's pretty doggone close. But if I measure the cross section of this belt, it's about 1.8 millimeters. The cross section of the new belt is almost 2.2 millimeters. So it's a little bit thicker. I'll go ahead and clean the pulleys with some acetone. We'll put it on there and see if it's going to work. Otherwise, I'll have to order a belt. Well, it does fit very nicely, so we'll see if it's going to work. All back together, let's fire it up and see what happens. So far, it looks great. It loads. Everything's perfect. Let's see if it gives the tape back real quickly. Absolutely perfect. Well, the customer did supply me with a bag of screws, so now I have to figure out where all these things go. I think I know where they go. Let's find out. So these two are going to go down in here to hold the chassis down. This one screw with the rubber bumper on it is going to go back here. The two screws with the standoffs go over here on the sides. These four screws go underneath. And then these two screws hold the top back on the unit. All right, there it is. All the screws are in it with the exception of the two for the top. I did go ahead and give a quick clean and lube to the chassis. Went ahead and put a little bit of lithium grease on the loading tracks and cleaned the entire tape path. Let's go ahead and pop a tape into it and make sure it has video before we go any farther. We'll hit the play button over here. Now it is missing the jog knob, so I don't know what's up with that. But here is a look at the video monitor. That's my messy repair bench, shot with an old camera as I was repairing someone's VCR. But anyhow, that's it. The Mitsubishi HS-U760. Just take a look at this thing. Look at all the analog adjustments. Back before EEPROMs were the heyday, when you couldn't save the data, everything is an analog adjustment on this thing. Energy Star compliant? I don't think so. Not with that big iron core transformer. But it's up and running. Just a simple loading belt is all that it needed. I certainly hope you enjoyed the video on the Mitsubishi HS-U760. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. It really does help my channel grow. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at NorCal715. You can email me, norcal715videos@gmail.com. Go ahead and leave me a question, a comment, a concern down below. I try to read all the comments and respond when I have time. Remember, with your help, we can try to keep these things out of the landfill, out of the recycle bin, and out of the e-waste facility. Everybody, thank you for making it to the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.